Welcome back to the Weyland Files for this very special episode. And why is it special, you might ask? Well, this story ties into our offline Lost Worlds campaign, the one from the Building Better Worlds book. So there might be some minor spoilers involved if you haven't played it or are still in the process of doing so. So just a minor warning, keep that in mind. Let's get going. To give you all some context. Previously on our campaign of the Lost Worlds, in the third mission, Leave All Else to the Gods, the players were ordered to start a new colony on KOY 1966-03. Governor Abantu even came down to the surface of the planet to take charge of this new colony and christened it Iyanla. Our team of explorers even managed to convince Tan Blatchman to stay on as a representative with the governor. Of course, that was before they found the engineer city nearby. Governor Abantu was against packing everything back up and going back into cryo, so he decided to nuke the site from orbit. In the next mission, The Devil Lies in Still Waters, the team assisted in deposing a dictator on May Outpost, but only after being blackmailed into exploring the engineer pyramid across the lake. While in there, one of the player characters got critically injured. Jutland Kaiser got his spine injured with an acid splash and ended up being paralyzed below the neck. The others rushed to his aid to stabilize him, and they all made it out alive, although barely. And while negotiating peace accords with the colony, Troop Recovery and Rescue arrived to lend a hand because one of the other players had sent some troubling reports back to USCSS Iyanla. The decision was made to move Jutland back to the mothership for a better recovery, while the rest stayed behind to continue the negotiations. And this is where we pick up the story today. So, Jelle, welcome to your solo mission.
Yes, I'm excited, I'm curious and scared.
Can you tell us something about the character you're playing?
Of course I can. Hello, I'm Jelle. I come to you from a world of sleep deprivation, as I had my second child, and I'm entering a world of drug addiction. Jutland Kaiser is a bit of a mess right now. He is what you would call a freelance journalist, maybe more of an influencer, a content creator. Yeah. He joined the humanitarian diplomatic mission.
Yeah, the Great Mother Mission.
The Great Mother Mission, in order to make a name for himself, create some great videos. You know, he was just excited about it, but things did take a turn for the worse. He more or less accidentally accelerated the death of a teammate, and has since spiraled into drug addiction and just feeling overall like a bit of a liability to his team. Currently, he's recovering from another disastrous event in his life, a pretty serious spine injury causing him to be paralyzed from the neck down, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And he's recovering away from his teammates in the medical bay. Or has recovered.
Yeah, you're on board of the USCSS Iyanla, where you are currently in the med bay in the final days of your recovery.
Yes.
You've been picked up from the planet by Troop Rescue and Recovery, and you made a connection with one of the people. This is Alecto Troop. She is kind of the de facto leader of the Troop Rescue and Recovery company. Mm-hmm. And they have a bunch of ships, like a little fleet that joined the Great Mother Mission.
Yeah.
And she has been visiting you in the medbay, kind of picking your nose.
Maybe
Because-
literally at times.
Yeah, because you have kind of gone through similar trauma. Because, as she told you last time, she also had a run-in with the xenomorphs, and she still has nightmares about it. So she will swing by from time to time,
Yeah.
check up on you. Any nightmares?
Yeah, I mean, not just about those things, but it's just all jumbled together. I'm happy to be awake usually. The last few weeks.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Every time I close my eyes, there's at least one of them waiting for me, teeth and claws. That's kind of my nights now.
It's fucked up that, I mean, just realizing they're out there and they're on the same freaking planets as people, and they're I mean, I told you where we just were. They were pretty much cooperating with them in order not to be killed by them. And we were it was crazy.
Sometimes I wonder if they are the monsters or we. Like you said, if we start throwing people to them, what makes that of us? Yes,
I've seen my fair share of that. Yeah.
Those are kind of your days. Your recovery goes well. At this point, you can walk again. You're doing some physical training. Most of the time, you still have to walk around with a crutch,
Yeah.
which will give you a -2 on mobility rolls. So running will be a little bit difficult for you at this point.
Okay, fair enough.
And one night, you awaken from a beeping sound next to your bed, and you have one of those vid phones there, and the little screen pops up, and you recognize a familiar face on it.
Okay.
It is your favorite guy, Tan Blatchman.
The governor.
Well, he's assisting the governor.
Yeah.
And he goes like, I hope I am not waking you up, but I have some news from Iyanla.
All right, shoot.
You're on the Iyanla now, right?
Correct.
Well, we had an incident 2 days ago. Remember that underground city we buried?
Of course, I remember.
Well, some wildcatter, Rick Fuqua, thought it was a good idea to drive out there tracing a mineral. And when he didn't come back in the evening, we sent some guys to go look for him at first light. And they found him, unconscious, on the ground, right next to his tractor. Alive and breathing, but they couldn't wake him up. Apparently Governor Ubuntu called it in to the mothership and they came to pick him up. But I can't shake this feeling. What if some of those creatures survived the blast? He could be infected with some kind of alien disease, something we don't even know yet. And I need to make sure they follow ICC quarantine procedures.
I mean, I hear you. I feel like in the past few weeks I've been maybe freaking out a bit too much about it, but I don't think so. These things are clearly stronger than what we can throw up against them, and the way they reproduce, I don't think I quite understand it, but you know, if a guy's unconscious close to the place where they lived,
Yeah,
that's scary.
and I've been trying to reach Gaius, but he's not taking my calls, so I'm a bit worried. You know me, I'm kind of a stickler for the rules. But this could be serious. It could be nothing, but if it isn't,
Right.
so
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't want to sound disrespectful. What do you want me to do about it, in the most literal sense?
Can you check it out? Can you check if he's there? If they brought him in and
Oh, you mean on this hip? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a bit, you understand.
Was he
I'm
from
a
the
bit-
medication?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be here. Sure.
Yeah, they-
sure.
so
that's-
somebody picked him up from the Green
yeah,
Honor
yeah.
mission, and he should be on his way to you.
I'll do that. I'll just, in between the pills and the soup, I'll try and find a gap in my schedule, I guess. But sure. What was his name again?
Rick Fuqua.
Rick Fuqua, right. I'm gonna pretend I know the ethnic background of that, and
He's Chinese American.
right, yeah, okay. I'll make sure to be respectful.
The screen goes blank.
All right.
Your room is back into bathing in darkness.
All right. I just take some deep breaths. Have I been at liberty in these past few days to, keep up my drug addiction?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I already feel just from sitting up looking at the screen, feel like I strained something, and I feel like I need to ease the stress a little bit. So I'll just at this point in time, I barely feel it even anyway. I just need.
Yeah, you've been heavily medicated for
Yeah.
a number of things, so your body kind of cruised along.
Yeah. And then I'll just. Is it? Yeah, it's okay for me to just leave my room, right? I'm not being supervised.
No, you
Okay.
can just.
All right.
But it is still, well, early, so it's still
Yeah.
night time.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
nighttime. It's not real. It's never really night on a ship in space, of course,
Mhm.
but it's the designated nighttime at this point.
That's fair. Okay. Then I'll just look at the ceiling and just
Look at the digital clock.
yeah,
counting
probably
the,
I'm
the
just
minutes.
just thinking of usually I would be thinking of like checking the views on my uploads, but I don't even have access to that, so I'm just probably
Well-
mumbling to myself like
There are computer terminals
Mhm.
in the med bay, so if you want, you could
yeah, but
check.
I'm sort of afraid to face the audience at this point. I've been away for a while. I think I'm just gonna try and get some rest and make sure that when they wake me up, I go around and ask. So just try and get some shut eye.
Okay. In the morning, what is morning on a ship?
Mhm.
Like the lights come up a bit, so it's more like a warm light, and nurses start going around doing the rounds. And Dr. Kelly, who is walks in, and she seems a bit annoyed, or grumpy, and she comes up to check.
Mhm.
Okay, how's your night?
I guess better. Thank you again but
Okay.
is it okay for me? I feel a bit lonely, I guess, being in this. Did someone? No, I'll just be honest with you. I'm sorry. I'm just woozy again. I had a call just earlier this morning from a guy I used to work with, and he said that a colony that we had visited, that someone there should be transported to this ship imminently. And I was just thinking maybe I can catch up, see what's what with the guy.
Okay.
And his name is Rick Fuqua. Maybe you heard him in the register this morning or something.
And she checks her pad, and she goes like, "He's not on here. Not on the schedule either." No,
All right.
I don't know.
Right, because they said that he's kind of missing in action. That makes me a bit worried.
He's not the only one. The doctor on call was supposed to be here. It was my morning, but I don't know where that guy is. But
Yeah, what was that? I was kind of expecting him. What was his name again?
Dr. Collinson, yeah,
Collinson. Yeah.
probably been on a bender yesterday or something. There's a bit of moonshine going around. People I've been drinking, don't know where, don't know when, but we've got a lot of fist fights going on, and at that point you see a guy being like walked by your room,
Yeah.
holding his face with blood dripping in between his fingers.
I'm nodding like, just already making some probably paranoid connections in my mind, like, sure. All right, but okay, so he's not I think I'm gonna go for a walk anyway, stretch the legs. I think I have some physio
Sure.
exercise to do.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Keep up with your physio. Be sure to take your meds, and
It's crazy, by the way, how fast all this medicine works. I'm just feel I work again, right?
that's
It's crazy.
modern medicine for you.
Yeah, that's insane. Anyway, thank you so much for checking in this morning.
No worries. We'll need to see you back by the evening
Sure.
for your usual checkup.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and she walks out.
take the pill she handed to me, I guess. And all right, then I'm just gonna hop out of the bed, and just leave the room. And is there sort of a common room or something, a lounge maybe for patients?
Yeah, there's a few waiting areas. There's a counter where they do the intake. It's not huge. It's on a ship, so.
Yeah. I'll just head over to the counter and who's working there at the moment. I don't need a name necessarily, but
No, there's an older nurse sitting at a computer typing away. She doesn't really notice you at first.
yeah, I just sort of lean on the desk and, hey, good morning. You good?
Morning. Sure.
You have some time? I have a question, but if I'm bothering you, then
It's been a busy morning, but how can I help you?
just wondering. I heard through the grapevine pretty much that someone I sort of knew would be transported to the ship, but Doctor Who didn't quite remember the name. Maybe you've heard it. Rick Fuqua.
She just like typing it in with 2 fingers. Not in here. No, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
You sure he's coming today?
That's what he told me, right? Stan told me 2 days ago, or
Yeah, it's been only a couple of days for him, so.
yeah. I'm thinking like, I don't remember the planet name. I apologize, but maybe
Iyanla.
maybe he's registered under another name or anonymous or something. The planet name is that one.
I don't know. It's not on here. Are you sure he's supposed to come here?
You know, I'll be honest. It was a call at night from a guy that we had some disagreements with. Maybe I'm forgetting some details, but I think I was supposed to check if he had arrived safely, and at the moment, you know, my task is unfulfilled. Okay, I'll just wait around, I guess, because he and I have some things to catch up on, I guess.
Okay. You can always take a seat or. Looking at your scrubs, go back to your room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up down the hallway again, I guess.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, I've done enough of that. And I just walk to and fro, checking out maybe some posters on the wall, and kill some time, I guess. Try and if someone new enters, like this area, I'll just check if I recognize them or if they're unconscious or anything. But
no, the only things are like bruises and scrapes that are coming in, and after like half an hour it quiets down a little bit.
All right. Okay, the bruises and scrapes thing though is interesting. Is there someone maybe not quite yet being treated, but maybe sitting down somewhere waiting?
Oh yeah, in the waiting area you can see a guy that is like he's clearly been in a fight. Like he has a big bruise on his face, like his eyes are like a little closed. He's just holding an ice pack, waiting. He has the intake form on his lap, and he's like,
I'll just sit down like, the old guy sitting down sounds, because I'm not old, I'm 26, but I feel I've aged like 30 years in the past few. And I'll just say like, you look like you had a wild night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you give me like the spill the tea? I heard there's been like a huge fight. What happened?
You don't know?
No, I was asleep. I missed it all, I think.
You were asleep where?
You know, just 3 doors down.
It's been going on for weeks, man. It's just one thing after another. Like those UPP guys are just like.
They're causing trouble. I've been hearing some stuff about, you know.
But you heard about the war, right?
Sure, and I know that there's, you know, even in this cooperation we have going on, there's still some, you know, some struggles. Sure, but
yeah, well, like it seems like every night there's somebody that starts throwing punches. I don't know.
But just for the record, you are not UBB.
No, he clearly speaks with a British accent, so he's probably Three World Empire.
Have I noticed a lack of UPP people in being, admitted?
Well, it's not like they all have like really clear indications that most people wear the typical mission fatigues, but you do notice that the guy you're talking to, he has like a blue ribbon around one of his sleeves.
Right. Is it designating like a military rank or something, or?
Well, roll your wits.
Let's roll. That is no success for me.
You want to keep it or push it?
Let's push it already. let's live dangerously. All right, that is already one success. I'll resolve this, and then that's already a nervous twitch for me.
Makes sense. You figure that the blue is probably some Royal Navy blue, so you got a feeling that there's been some ganging up. People are designating their sides, so he's clearly Three World Empire, which means that there's definitely some animosity between all the groups going on. So that makes you twitch.
Yeah, that's crazy. Which is what I say. I think I'm just gonna. I have an excuse to be here and to sort of traipse around here, so I'm just gonna sort of try and listen in on people's conversations, see if someone's being checked in, right? What is their accent? What is their name? See if I hear clearly someone from a UBP being entered, because I'm just checking out the scene, I guess. So I'll just sit here, maybe pretend to be listening to some music, but it's very quiet, and eavesdrop, I think.
Well, you do notice that there's the guy with the bloody nose. He has a thick accent, and he has a red ribbon around his fatigues. And when they lead him out again, after they treated his bloody nose, he eyes the guy that sits next to you. And they glare at each other a little bit before he walks out. Then they call in the guy next to you. They're like doing it. You can see him do a quick checkup, give him a new ice pack, and just send him on his way. And there's a few other ones with scrapes and bruises that, like, you see him come in, and a little bit later they go out with like some bandages and stuff.
Wow.
It's all pretty minor.
Yeah, but still.
No broken bones, no.
But there's something bubbling under. I feel like I remember back from our time on our small little crew already some small disagreements there. It feels like it's, the tension is rising. Also, we met a man from the UPP, and he did tell us that the UPP, that not everything is what it seems, and it's in my mind, like there's something going on. We know that the UPP seems to be doing some covert stuff off the record. So, I think if I have the chance, I might want to, greet someone with a red ribbon and just try and be smooth about it, but still approach them and say, "Hey, good morning. How are you?"
Fine, I'm fine.
Couldn't help but notice there's been a lot of fighting between some of you and.
Which side you on? You don't have ribbon.
I don't. I've been out of it literally and figuratively, but I honestly, if you believe me, I don't really care. I'm on the side of, doing what I'm here to do and get out of here at this point.
Well, you should care. It's also for you.
Enlighten me. What's going on?
Well, there's big war back home. Like, if people start blaming us.
Right.
Hey.
It's not fair because you're here and not there, obviously. You think this could lead to like armed conflict over here?
I don't know. I'm just a mechanic.
Sure, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to turn you into a political expert. I'm not either, by the way. I'm just seeing a lot of fights going on, and it's making me a bit worried. Because
Well, we protect ourselves.
Sure, of course. I'm not taking any sides because I've been misinformed. I may be a bit perhaps on the whole thing. I'm in here for a while. I'm doing much better, but I've been in here for a while, so I haven't heard all the deeds.
Well, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you get better.
Thank you. Same goes to you. Yeah.
I just have splitting headache.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. All right. In that case, Jutland is going to leave this man alone, and yeah. At this point, I think he's going to have to play the waiting game for a bit. Just give it a few hours, because if the guy truly is not here, and then I think if truly after a few hours of boring waiting around, he might go check in some rooms and see if he recognizes someone or sees that there's some unconscious new person in the ward. So if nothing happens, that's what he would eventually do.
Yeah. You keep wandering around the med bay.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody new, or you don't see anybody being brought in from outside or anything. It's after most of the scrapes from the morning and the night, it quiets down, so there's actually not a lot of people around.
Yeah. Okay, then I think Jutland's current mindset is very much he feels like he's making a lot of mistakes, so he doesn't want to, he's not in a risk-taking mood yet. So I think he's just going to go through the routines of the day then. At this point, just truly, if this person, maybe in the evening, is it possible for me to call Tam back, or is that not an option for me? Is it a one-way?
No, it is an option. Yeah,
I think maybe if I get my hospital lunch tray, I'll go to my room and maybe try and call the number back, and see if he picks up.
Yeah, it takes like a minute before the connection is made, and he actually answers, and you see his tiny little punchable face on the screen.
So, hey, good. I don't know what it is for you, but it's noon here. I've been sort of asking around, and he's apparently not here.
He's not there?
Either they're keeping it a secret from me, but I've sort of been checking the rooms. I've been asking some of the doctors. No record of Rick Fuqua. Is it definitely his name? Could be.
Yeah, it's definitely his name. He got picked up by one of the dropships from the Iyanla.
Yeah. Just for reasons, what is his political affiliation? Because I'll tell you why in a bit.
That's a good question. He's a wildcatter. I'm not sure if he's really into.
Sure. Yeah. Because I have been noticing that the war back home has really caused tensions to rise, and there's been a lot of people entering today, just fist fights and scrapes. That's something I've noticed. Maybe that's news for you, but
No, not really. It's been happening on the colony as well, but there's so much work to do here with the new colony that we can keep people busy. Yeah. So it hasn't been too bad. We've had one bar fight, but.
Yeah, I guess here idle minds start to wander. But I'm asking for, because maybe I don't want to sound too much the alarm, but maybe if Rick was a UPP guy, or he wasn't, and he met the wrong guy in the wrong bed, I don't know. I don't want to.
Yeah, but he's in the system.
Well, I'll ask again later. Maybe there's.
Okay, yeah. Did you get a chance to talk to Gaius?
I haven't yet today.
Well, he should know about it. He's in charge of approving most of the transports, so.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I can just walk up to him. I haven't left this hallway in a while.
He's always saying he has an open door policy, so.
Sure, I feel in a walking mood today. I'll go ask around and see if I can get a hold of him.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you see on the little screen that Tan gets distracted by something going on in the background. He's like, I'll have to call you back.
Yeah, sure.
And the connection cuts out.
All right, okay. In that case, I'm grab something warmer over the scrubs I'm wearing, And I'll go over to the desk and say, I'm just gonna have a question for the big guy up top. Is it cool if I just leave for a sec?
Sure, sure.
All right, see you in a bit.
And I put a schematic of the ship on here. So you got the tip of the ship where all the command deck is. Yeah. One of the atmosphere processors is down on the planet, so you only have three.
Right. Yeah.
So those big ones are the atmosphere processors. You are in the transit module.
Yes.
Where the medbay is located. And then you have all the cryo. There's 4 sleeping modules with all the colonists. They are in there. There's about 2,500 sleeping colonists. Some of them have already been awakened, of course, to go to the colony of Iyanla. Then you have long engineering corridors. There's actually 3 spines that go along the whole ship. You have one main corridor that goes from the top to the bottom, and then on the outside you have 2 more. Those are like smaller, but they have travelators, like in Disneyland. The horizontal escalators. So you can move about the ship.
That's sort of like, for maintenance and crew stuff.
Yeah,
probably.
exactly.
Yeah. Looks like I'm pretty close to the command module, which is where I personally expect Gaius to be.
Yeah, they have all of the major companies have offices there.
Yeah.
The leadership is working there. You have the bridge, of course, where the captain resides. Where you want to go?
Yeah, I'll just, with the look like I belong, with the just wearing
with your
sort of trying to get some posture going for the old millennial body of Jutland, and just walk towards Mr. Gaius until I'm stopped, pretty much. Just try and look smooth and like I belong.
Gaius is a Walter series android.
Yep.
But you probably already know that. And he has he has like the center office on that floor, and it's a glass cubicle with only the backside is closed off with all of his bookshelves are on there, but the 3 other walls are just open. He has a big desk, pretty sparse. There's only a computer terminal on top of it. He has a basic chair, and there's 2 chairs in front of it, and there's like one sole drinking fountain in the office because he heard somewhere that you have to be able to offer your guests a drink. So when you come in, he goes like, "You want a water?"
Sure, thank you. And I'll just...
No, he goes...
He does it for me.
Yeah, it does it for you. So he walks over and like with very precise movements, like fills it up to the exact point and just puts the cup down.
Thank you so much. I sort of smile because, weirdly, he's the most human person I've met in the past few.
And he sits down and goes like, "What can I help you with, Jutland?"
Yeah, thanks for taking the time out of your busy day. I'm sort of asking on behalf of Tan. He asked me to check
up. Mr. yes.
Yeah, he asked me to check on his behalf for someone who he's kind of worried for. He was going to be sent here, and I asked around, for the medical department. Rick Fuqua is the name. But I've been asking around and, no record of him. And I was wondering if maybe he passed through your system and you had held him back. I don't want to be mysterious about it, but maybe you know what I'm talking about.
Right. I do remember approving a flight with a dropship to pick someone up for a medical emergency. It was Governor Obantu who contacted the ship, but Director Kamal Varturi took personal interest in that, and he took over following up on that particular pickup.
All right, so it hasn't happened, or what does that mean? Has he been picked up, or?
I wasn't even aware there was that they picked up a person, and he's like, "Let me check," and you see his eyes go blank for a moment. And I go like. And then he focuses back on you. It's like, "Strange. There seems to be no record of the flight or the cargo."
Can I just say, we both know where the planet that he was, where he was unconscious and all. I'm just really, really worried that something creepy is going on there, and maybe he was infected by these things and something went wrong. That's what I'm worried about.
You think they picked up something, but we destroyed the site. Governor Obantu cleared a nuclear strike on the site.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm no expert at all. You know, I make videos and podcasts, but
Yes, I've been aware.
how sure are we that a nuke does the job, finishes the job, does the whole caboose?
At this point, we have no idea. This was a first.
Because these things are tough, and if they
I've read the reports. Yes.
maybe they can outlast a nuke. I don't know. Maybe something survived. I don't know. It's just maybe my brain's going in overdrive, but I think this is something we need to. I mean, I don't want to presume, but I think this is something we need to check up on for sure.
Director Vartuhi of Weyland Yutani is the person following up on this particular thing.
The guy is here somewhere.
Yes, should be in his office, and
Right.
he points like to
Weyland.
one of the other offices on the floor.
Great. Yeah.
He
Big
is
fan.
responsible to follow up on this particular recovery mission. Maybe he knows why I do not find any information on it.
All right. You think little old me can just go over there and have a chat, or?
We believe in an open door policy.
That's true. For which I'm thankful. All right. Anything I can do for you in return? And I'll take a big old gulp.
No, I think you need to focus on your recovery so that when your team arrives back on the Iyanla, you can rejoin them for the next mission.
Yeah, looking forward to it. All right. See ya. And I'll finish the whole drink because he gave me a big glass.
He keeps staring intently while you finish the glass of water.
And I'm wondering is he having another like ADHD moment, or is he looking at me for real? And then I'll just nod and graciously leave. And sure, I'll go over to Kamal Vartugi. See if he's around.
His office is empty.
Aha.
He is not in his office. You can look through the glass door and
I'll just
nobody behind the desk.
really make sure, like, is he hiding under the desk because he saw me, or?
No. It's actually funny. Like if Gaze's office was pretty sparse, this one is like branding all the way.
Yeah.
Like the big Weyland Yutani W is behind
Yeah.
the desk, and you see the mug with the logo on it. Everything's branded.
Is it a closed glass door at this moment?
It's closed, but not locked.
Can I go in?
Yes, you can.
I'll just, open the door and just almost on tippy toes enter and go like, hello, just maybe for show, hello.
There's nobody there. There's a computer terminal on his desk, and it has been shut down.
What else is on his desk? Anything interesting?
Give me an observation roll.
All right, that's 5. Okay. Another panic and a success. We'll resolve this first. That is 6. So
that's fine. You have 1 success. You wander around in the room. He has a little bin, a garbage bin behind his desk, and you can see a crumpled up little paper in there, and you pick it out, fold it open, and in some horrendous handwriting, you can just make out docking arm C 1900.
1900. That's gonna be. Thanks, Jutland. That's military time for 7 o'clock this evening.
Exactly.
All right. All right. Then I'm just gonna back out of the room. Or no, actually no. Let me just like. I don't. I'm just gonna touch the terminal and see if it wakes up or something.
It does wake up.
Yeah.
You will need to roll for Comtech if you wanna see if
Okay,
you can
okay.
find something on the computer.
A success.
You're actually trying to break into a secure terminal, so one success is not gonna cut it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think at this point I feel too intimidated by what I'm doing. I'm just going like, okay, whatever. Let's not do this.
You don't want to push it?
Well, now that you said it. Well, it seems like no one's watching me do this, so maybe let's do it. Let's try and go for a.
Well, I would keep the success if I was you.
Yeah. Actually, let's go for them.
3 successes.
Yes.
All right. So you managed to uncover the password. It's probably like his cat or
Weyland
something.
123.
Weyland fan 69. And you start looking around, and you open the trash bin on the dashboard on the desktop, and you find a written reply to Governor Abantu. And you open it, and it says, "Governor, no need to worry. We will send a team to pick up the patient and bring him aboard. I will take care of everything. Signed, KV."
All right. Pretty much confirms what I was thinking. And then I think, Jutland is feeling the heat a bit too much, and he's just gonna, log off and leave the room. Because I think he now knows what he needs to know. And he's going to check the map of the ship to see where he needs. I don't think it's 7 o'clock already. I think he's gonna find an excuse to also go to the docking arm.
It is backdated to the day before.
Oh, it's already happened. Or
Yeah.
right. I was thinking like this evening.
The note to the governor has been backdated, and you know that the ship should have arrived already. So it is possible that it is the evening before.
Okay. I'm just gonna, ignorance is bliss. I'm going to, again, look like I belong, and find this docking arm, which is probably going to be.
That's the transit module as well.
Yes.
There are a total of 6 docking arms. Normally they are used to dock the SEV ships, like the one, the Solovetsky Island, where you come from. Most of them are on missions. There's only 1 left, and 3 of the arms are taken by Throop or in our vessels. And when you get to the docking ring, there's a lot of bustling. There's cargo being moved about. You can see that there's working Joes, like carrying stuff in and out of hangars. They're bringing up supplies, moving things around, that kind of thing. And you can see that there is one guy, like kind of the foreman, working the docks and pointing and making sure everything goes according to planning. He has a big cigar stuck in between his teeth, and he's like shouting at the droids to work faster and stuff like that.
All right, Jutland's gonna awkwardly stand there for a bit, try and practice what he's going to say. Like, okay. Am I going to be like, hey, I'm there's a program for people who are covering to move around the ship and meet new people. I could pretend to be one of the Weyland guys, like new intern. Yeah, I'm going with that. and then stand up straight, and he's gonna walk up and like already extend the hand, walking up like he's gonna greet the guy and shake his hand.
The guy just turns to you like, "What do you want?"
Hey, I'm a new intern for Director Vartugi, and he asked me to check up on a new arrival here, whether it's all already been arranged, or because you guys are not necessarily getting the information through to his office. So it's Rick Fuqua. He's been taken care of, right?
What?
Is there a record somewhere I can read, like a ledger or something?
Man, I don't know. I just
Send
do
me to-
what they tell me. If they say, go to that ship, take that thing off,
Sure.
bring it over there, I just do it.
Can you send me to someone who does know?
I don't even know what ship you're talking about, dude.
Did someone send it? Let me compose myself. Did they bring in like an unconscious guy or something? And did the Weyland people take care of it. Did that happen at least?
And he looks at you a bit wary. Roll your manipulation.
All right, that's kind, because I don't feel like I've been persuasive. But am I trying to gain someone's trust? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, in that case, it's 5, 7, and it's 9 dice. Okay.
Don't forget your stress, though.
Yes. All right. That's always been my challenge in RPGs, playing a charismatic person, but not being a smooth talker at all times. But sure. 1, 2 successes.
That's
all
good.
right. Sure.
He eyes you a little bit and goes like,
Hey, it's my first day. Just you know.
right. Well, there was this shuttle that came back yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and we were supposed to unload it, but then you guys showed up and you took over, and so yeah, I had to pull my guys out of there, and they took whatever was in there and moved it.
Yeah. Phew. I mean, he's gonna kick my ass if I don't report back with something at least. Is it okay if I just check the stuff that was in the ship, like you moved some equipment or something? Can I at least
those 3 World Empire Royal Marines came with them, and we weren't even allowed in the neighborhood of the ship.
Oh, okay.
They just did it, but it's still over there if you want to like. And then he points at one of the docking arms and.
Thank you, man. I mean, he's been screaming at me for like half an hour about all this stuff, and I just came over here to see if you. Thank you. I'll stop bothering you. And it's right over there.
Sure.
You said.
Yeah.
All right, I'll head over there. Sure. Yeah. And I'll head over there.
Yeah.
Is it? Are we talking like crates or
No, he points at one of the docking arms.
The ship.
Yeah, the ship.
Yeah.
The ship is still docked in one of the docking arms. So that's the drop ship.
Okay.
So it's pretty large, and you can pretty much just walk into it.
No one guarding it at the moment.
No, there's nobody guarding it.
Okay.
It's also more or less empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you walk in there.
Yeah, it's been that kind of day where I just walk in expecting to be stopped, but you know, everything is coming up Millhouse. Okay, I don't trust it though. I want to do a good sweep of all the rooms. I don't know what I'm expecting to find, but in my mind I'm expecting very bad things. So
give me an observation roll. Oh, nice.
1.
So you move systematically through the ship, starting at the bridge, working your way back, and in the main cargo hold, you do find something stuffed underneath, like one of the seats. You have mounted to the walls. You have like these seats, and something is just pushed under there, and you pull it out, and it's clothing. It's not actually traditional mission fatigues. It's more or less what you would expect a wildcatter to wear, like plaid shirt, stuff like that. An over jacket, a hat,
a big straw,
and a knapsack. And it looks, I would say damaged, but it's not really damaged. It's like more like it's clinically just somebody cut it open to take it off. Like it was quick. Yeah. So you know, when you take a scissor and you go through fabric, it's a clean cut.
Okay.
And it just apparently just threw it on there. It's clean. There's no blood or any weird substances on it.
But still, someone was very quickly
undressed. Yeah.
My mind is painting a lot of pictures for the poor old Rick. Okay, since I'm alone here, I might just walk up to any terminal that I find and see. Maybe they have some I don't think there's cameras in a ship, right? That film. I don't think
they do have some security cameras. Yeah, good idea.
But since I'm alone, why don't I do it? I've been on a roll. Doesn't feels more useful than he has in the past 30 days.
Give me a straight contact roll.
All right.
3 successes. All right, you do manage to get into the logs, and somebody has been very hasty because you can find them in the delete folder, the trash bin, but they have not been deleted yet. So the logs are in there, and you can see that they went down to Iyanla and they picked the guy up, and while on board of the ship they undressed him and they put him in a cryopod.
Right.
And when they arrive on the ship, you can see the doors opening. Somebody who looks like a company director, like he has a smart suit, he's brown of skin, he walks in and followed by some Royal Marines, and they take the cryopod out of there. And then you can see him pointing at the cameras and talking, and one of the Marines walks up to the terminal that you're standing at on the image, and you can see him working, and then the log stops.
Okay, I feel like I'm getting a good workout. So the cryo, they're also close to where I am, right? It's the same, or is it?
Yeah, it's one. Well, not really a level. It's
deeper into.
Yeah, it's lengthwise. It's the next module over.
Of course, as you said, there's 2,500.
You're in here, and there's 4 big cryo modules.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. It's a lot of pods. I think at this point Jutland is starting to believe his own lie about being an intern. He's going like, I have to check if Director Vertugi's orders were followed on correctly. So I'm just gonna keep on going. I think at this point probably feeling a bit tired from all the walking, but unless my mobility is too down. So I'm walking on crutches, I forgot.
You have one, one crutch to support yourself a little bit. You don't really need it.
Yeah, but I'm visualizing it. It feels a bit different.
You're a bit wobbly, but you can easily move about.
Alright, so I'll just go and I'll sort of do like a quick finger salute to the foreman who helped me out. Like, I have what I need, thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
And I'll just try and find my way to whoever looks important at the cryo section. One success.
Hear whispering, and if you carefully step towards it, you can see that there is a few people there.
It feels like a tomorrow problem, and the possibly infected guy feels like a today problem. I'm just following up on an order of my superiors.
And you find a message.
Alright, read it.
And it is addressed to Rick.Fuqua,